This is the Fortean Slip with your host, Chris York.
But he can smell the Loveland Frogman.
It's a Mothman festival.
Oh, Mothman, whatever the fuck it is, I don't give a shit.
Co-host, Steve Alcorn.
I'm lazy, and I don't do YouTube videos anymore, but I still get money from YouTube on occasion.
And sometimes special guest, Matt Knapp.
Maybe I could go down in history as the first eyewitness of a moth woman.
I think you should endeavor to do that.
Taking down all things strange since 2013.
But my reservation.
What would Jesus do, Steve? What would Jesus do?
In Chris's world, that's called a good day, Steve. Oh, Steve, you're a damn fine investigator.
I don't know much about that subject. But what subject do I know about?
Which means he can hear it on a quiet day. That's kind of like one of your cryptid sightings, Steve. Asshole lives matter, Steve. What's the Mothman's name?
Actual name?
Fred Dryer.
That's not the Mothman's name.
Dude, you would be hard-pressed to get me to attend a Bigfoot conference if it was like a block away from me.
I was gonna say if it was in Tulsa.
Wolfman Jack was on the air.
I'm the Wolfman.
Another astro.
Every time I do any sort of impression, he has to trump me.
You're about to witness the strength of creep knowledge.
Good evening, and welcome to the Fortean Slip. This is episode 105. The Steve is the brunt of every joke episode.
Every episode is the Steve is a brunt of every joke episode.
So I have to let you know that Richard Allen messaged me and said, you need to make the focus of every show that Steve is the brunt of every joke.
Thanks, Richard.
No. I was like, dude, do you listen to the show? Like, I'm beginning to wonder if you are a super fan.
No, I think he just makes it up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Listens to a clip here and there, and then, kind of. I think he's just good at that shit, making shit up.
Yeah, he's trolling us as a super fan. That'd be fucking great. Like, if he turns around and, like, he's behind all the hate.
He is that one. Well, I'm not going to mention the name, but that one person on YouTube that always has to leave me the most fucked up hate messages.
He is Mary Jegagwee, whatever the fuck the
Didn't
name
I
is.
just say I wasn't going to mention the name?
I don't know.
By the way, Mary and I almost had a normal conversation this week.
Oh my god.
Pretty good.
What'd you talk about?
Green paint.
Oh. That's something that you do know about.
I know a lot about green paint. And yes, Marcia did pick out the green paint. So, answer that question.
Of course.
But I agreed with it. I mean, we have that type of relationship where, she picks something out and I agree with it.
And you just go, yes, ma'am.
No, it's not like that at all. We discuss things. And they usually end up being green. That's all.
Yeah, I've noticed that, Steve. I've noticed that.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Green is the color of happiness. It's a calming color, and scientifically, you can look it up on Google or whatever.
Can I?
Yeah. At work, the guy I used to work with, he's retired now, but he would make the top of our desk green because it was a calming color. So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad it calms you down.
Yeah, it does a good job.
The color green in and of itself, just on something, doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It keeps me in a happy relationship. So
I guess the fuck so. So you were saying before the show you get a chance to go back and listen to the parts of the last show that you missed.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So what?
I do remember you saying that what did you call my spirit guide or my vision quest leader?
Your totem
or,
animal.
I don't know. My totem animal is Richard Allen. Am I right? Am I correct?
Well, yes. I said that it has to be Richard Allen as a ferret, and why?
Well, right.
And it works because Rick Dyer actually called you a weasel.
Yeah, but a weasel and a ferret are two different.
They're in the same family.
Yeah, but you don't want to open that can of worms with.
They're in the same.
Richard.
They're in the same family. Richard's all in with this whole thing. He wants to be a spirit guide ferret now. Like he wants to give up. He wants to give up blogging and just become a spirit guide ferret.
Well, Richard Allen is my spirit guide, regardless of whether it's for the Mothman thing or not. He has been for a while now. He doesn't know it yet, but he appears to me in my dreams as a ferret. Not really.
I was going to say, I don't fucking buy it one bit. My bullshit meter was going way off the fucking charts on that one.
No, but he and I have some nice, actually, to be honest, Richard and I have some nice conversations on occasion on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, and he and Bob, I'm going to go back to Bob on this one. Because they had Magic Johnson on their little show. I have not partaken and listened to that bag of horse shit.
The show or Magic Johnson?
Could be both.
Yeah.
The jury's still out. But I heard wind of this. And of course, like, I hear fucking about this, like, later on. I'm like, fucking Richard, what the fuck?
I know. We didn't get any advance notice of this shit.
Like, let's, if you're gonna interview somebody that's gonna be atrocious, bring him on the slip so we can just fucking bash him till he fucking hangs up the phone.
You think he'd come on this show?
I think if he thought it was going to be a comfortable environment, he might. It wouldn't be for very long. It'd become hostile really fucking quick.
I don't know. I don't know if I could be nice to the guy. I mean, I just don't know if I could.
Well, it's one of those. It's one of those things where, in this type of a format, if you've got him on the other end of a computer, a phone, a whatever, he has the option to just hang the fuck up.
Right.
So if we were to start bashing him in any capacity, he just fucking hangs up the goddamn phone. It's all over.
Well, on the other show, a lot of it was edited out. I mean, you and I talked to Bob, after the show, and he said he had to edit quite a bit of it out. But apparently Johnson got pretty angry at one point. But he did not hang up or leave. So they worked it out, apparently. So maybe we could work it out. Maybe he'd stay on the whole time while we were,
I'd have to take that role of just not. I'd have to not allow my ego to get in the way of it and just do an interview, because there's no other way to
do an interview with that guy.
There's no other way to do exactly. I'd get way too frustrated with him because the shit that he does is it's in my opinion insanity. It's fucking crazy, and it changes daily.
It changed. Well, see, I'm a firm believer that he firmly believes what he's talking about. I mean, how can't you if you're that much into it?
And since we're on the subject of Bob and his show, why don't we just do some fucking on-air production, Steve?
Uh-oh.
Because Bob had asked me for a sound bite.
Oh, okay. Let's do this
show. Let's see. Yeah, he wants one thing, but I just don't want to give it to him, Steve.
Well, what is it?
I don't want to say it because then he'll have it.
Oh, I see.
See.
So what are we going to give him? Dead air? Is that what we're
yeah. This is the Phil Bowling Show.
I could just say Phil Poling is a fine investigator. What he's doing with that Richard dude. I'll never know.
I could do like a page from Michael Merchant's book and go, Phil Polling's a douche.
How about I just rephrase what I just said? Phil Polling's a fine investigator. What he's doing with that summer girl, I'll never know. How about that? I don't know. I don't know Summer, so I'm just saying.
Oh, fucking. All right, here you go, Bob. Here's your fucking sound bite to put on your show that you atrociously interviewed Dr. Oh, excuse me. I don't even want to give him that credit. Magic Johnson.
Well, he is a doctor. I mean, he went to school. He deserves that title.
I went to school.
But you didn't go to doctoral school or whatever you do.
Oh.
Doctoral school. I don't know.
You didn't go to doctoral school? Is that the fucking technical term, Alcorn?
I think it is.
Yeah, Phil Polling's an asshole. Nobody takes anything he says seriously. There. Does that work?
That's the bite he wanted?
Kind of. Kind of. See, because when I ask people for sound bites, they never gave me what I wanted.
I see.
So, why should I, give them exactly what they want? And in fact, like the first thing that I did with Senior Bob, it was the interview with Meldrum, the little production piece that I did, and he fucking, I gave him a script, and he even went off script. So, there you go.
Hey, he'll do that
Bob.
from time to time.
Is there anything new in the world of the strange, Steve? You get your nose to your ear to the fucking train tracks, or
I have. Well,
your nose
I
up
did
in
a
the
video.
wind.
I finally did a fucking YouTube video after a year off. That went well.
Yeah, I see that. You had to tell everybody that an obviously fake photo was fake.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, see, Matt and I were discussing that actually before the last show.
What you and Matt discussed.
No, we were discussing how you had to explain to people that a watermarked fake photo that had been around for a long time was a watermarked fake photo.
But people still believed it was a real fucking Bigfoot, and it wasn't. That's the thing. And it wasn't that hard to find out.
But no, see,
that was the video,
people
right?
that matter know that's not a real Bigfoot. You're pandering to the idiocy of the world.
Well, somebody's got to.
But
right? Somebody's got to tell these people, wake the fuck up.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what I was doing. So
I think we've
just use your fucking brain.
We've based a show for 2 years on that, or going on 3.
But anyway, nose to the grindstone. I might be doing my own little Bigfoot investigation. Pretty cool.
You're gonna no, wait a minute. I only buy this if you're being blindfolded and taken out into the woods, and you can only hear what's going on. Because you're only good. You're only good in the audible sense, Steve.
Right, I know.
I wouldn't buy any cryptid sighting you had, because you're like a fucking. You're like the Bionic Man with only ears.
I don't expect to go to this place and see a Bigfoot or whatever's out there. They don't really know.
Have you tried to hone this ability? Maybe you could be like Daredevil.
No, I haven't. I don't know how to hone it.
I think we should.
It's just
I think we should blind you intentionally.
No,
and see,
I'm not going to be up for that.
And see if all of a sudden all your other senses heighten.
You mean blind for real, or just put
no
dark sunglasses on me or something?
I'm talking like fucking take your eyeballs out.
No, I don't think I want to do that. I like my eyeballs.
But what if you're Daredevil?
I'm not Daredevil.
Well, you hear all this shit.
Well, I might hear things, but I'm not Daredevil.
No. I was hoping, Steve.
No.
Although Daredevil would never wear a cowboy hat.
Well, Daredevil's a dickhead then.
Wow.
You can tell him I said that.
That's a bold statement. Matt Murdock would whip your ass.
Bring it on. We're speaking of a fictional character. Come on. Anyway.
I still think you should let us blind you.
So apparently there's like all sorts of crazy sounds going on out in the woods behind this guy's house. It's not like, you know, his backyard or anything. It's a big wooded area. I don't know how many miles it goes on, but it goes on for quite a ways.
You could be the first blind cryptid investigator.
Aren't they all already? I'm just saying.
If you take a look at some of the pictures, you'd think so.
Right. I'm just saying, do you really need to have vision to see what they see? No.
No. You have to have a good imagination, a lot of fantasy.
I don't know. But anyway, back to my story, if I may. Apparently they found some tracks out there just a couple weeks ago or something. And they hear these really loud growling, you know, angry, scary type of vocalizations coming from the woods behind their house. So let's see if I can't get out there and see what's going on.
Do some investigating.
Well, I think I've watched all these other Bigfoot researchers, and Mary Jagaliski Wowski says that I'm not a real investigator.
You can say shit like Marsha, get me a Snapple.
I can say that. That's what I'm saying. I've watched all these people on YouTube for a few years, and in the Facebook groups. I think I should be able to handle.
You could be like a guy in Las Vegas and go around and ask every Bigfoot researcher if you can suck their cock.
He hasn't asked every Bigfoot researcher. He never asked. Well, he didn't come out and ask.
You could
actually, but I could do that, and I could go.
You could take large amounts of Vicodin and film a TV show.
Yeah, I could sit by a campfire and with my guitar and sing something. Like some of those guys do. I don't know. Sit in my car and
so this is what
drive down the road.
But this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go check out these Bigfoot tracks or supposed
I think so.
Bigfoot
well,
tracks.
I don't know. They didn't cast them because they didn't even know that you could.
They didn't have any. They didn't have any toothpaste and toilet paper.
You see, I think I need a.
I'm making a lot of callbacks in this episode.
I think I need a good hammock. I need, I said, a good campfire.
Listen, a hammock fucking draws in Bigfoot every time.
That's what I've heard.
Every fucking time.
I think I have to take a woman out there with me. I heard that works, especially if it's a certain time of the month. That calls them in, I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I heard that our a good friend of the show, Stacy Brown.
What a fucking douchebag.
Is now doing paranormal videos.
Oh my God! And they're he put a white shirt on and a tie, and he's got a black background behind him, and he's narrating like Rod Serling. I guess he's trying to be or something. I don't know.
He's trying to pull off the Rob Dyke gig. He's basically doing the same thing that others do when they're just recounting a story. That's it. But he does it in a very... It's bad. I mean, I think it's like the Paranormal Review or some bullshit like that. I can't remember the name of the channel, but I have not seen it. I have only heard about it, and I just recently heard about it. And I was like, what the fuck?
But hey, all the best to Stacy. I mean, like you said, he's a friend of the show, and I wish him nothing but good.
Yeah.
Fucking douchebag.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sorry. The more I see of him, the worse it gets. I was in a group, and they had, I don't remember what the post was about, But he made a fucking racist slur about Jewish people. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And then what was worse is nobody said anything to him about it. Nobody said, hey, what the fuck? This is a racist slur. You know, that kind of shit. I'm like,
allegedly?
You fucking kidding me. No, it wasn't alleged. I saw it. I should have screen captured it because now I can't remember what it was.
So then it's allegedly.
It's not alleged. It was there.
All right.
Well,
according to Steve Alcorn, the views of Steve Alcorn do not reflect the views of the Fortean Slip.
You should say not necessarily reflect. That might be more accurate.
No, I just want to keep you completely
I don't
separate.
like Stacey.
I don't fucking like Stacey
like
Brown
Stacey
either,
Brown.
but I can say it's my opinion or it's alleged.
Okay, it's alleged then. Allegedly, I don't like Stacey Brown.
Yeah. Dumbass.
I mean, when he first came on the scene, he was just another, I don't know, Bigfoot guy with a claim, you know. He wasn't all that vocal at that time, I didn't think. But he started getting on fucking podcasts, and then he got on TV, and now he's just he's way the fuck out there. You know. And now I guess he's into the paranormal side of things, and he's speaking at those kind of conferences. And I know why he's doing it, because there's money involved, and that's it. That's all he's in it for. Allegedly.
Yeah. Sure.
Allegedly. I'm allowed to have an opinion without, you know, any like legal backlash, right?
Yeah.
Because that's all my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. You can have a total opinion of anything you want, Steve.
Okay.
You know why?
Because this is the United States of America.
No.
No? No.
Hey, I love you. You're an awesome, handsome, good squatcher. You're like number one in the world.
That's why.
Nice. Was that Stacy?
No.
I know it was. I don't know. But so, to me, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about that douchebag anymore.
Good.
Alleged douchebag.
I was just bringing it up that, you know, he had to delve into the paranormal.
Well, you know, the Bigfoot thing probably just got old. Or he ran out of ideas. I mean, there's only so many alligator arms you can chop off and pass off as something else, right?
Yes, that is on the record.
Well, I now when I say chop off, he didn't probably chop the alligator arm off, but yep.
Yeah, just
Passed it
fucking
off
took
as
a hatchet to an alligator.
No, that would be giving him too much credit.
He's like fucking Steve Irwin, but he fucking beats up and destroys the animals. Crikey!
Are we going to be able to put the show on the air, Chris?
Absolutely.
Oh, good. Good. Because I don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore. You gonna be a fucking Phil Collins tune?
Sure. Oh, you might get a copyright complaint on that now that you sang it.
Oh, really? Will I?
I have to edit that out. You might.
No. Eat me.
I'm just saying.
I nitpick one fucking thing to make sure you cover your ass.
I don't need my ass covered. It's a matter of opinion what I say, and that's my opinion. That's it.
Stating that he made a racial slur is not your opinion.
No, it's fact. It was there.
Okay.
It was about Jewish folk.
Jewish folk. Where the fuck are you from?
Originally,
Are you from Earth?
Pennsylvania.
Are you from Earth 2? Like seriously?
I might be, yeah.
I gotta fucking know.
No, a long time ago I used to.
Are you the man from fucking Torred?
A long time ago I used to refer to people as he or whatever, or him. So
I want to know
like you
if
do
you're
generically.
fucking John Teeter.
I may be. You'll never know. Well, you may know in the future. Right now, you won't know.
Yeah, right now.
But I already
have a
know.
fucking clue.
I already know if you know or not. So, because I've already seen it and I've been there.
If you're John Teeter.
If I were John Teeter, right?
Stick to the fucking plan there, Alcorn.
Would somebody who also seen Mr. Brown's statement on that Facebook page? I think it was under somebody's personal page. I can't remember.
You fucking can't let that go, can you?
No, but you said, I made a statement and it's alleged and I want to prove it. So, because that's what I do is investigate and prove things. So if somebody else saw it and happened to know where it's at.
If somebody else would like to investigate for Steve and send him their work.
No, you got the wrong Steve. Oh, sorry. Did I say that? Did I say that on the air?
Fucking Alcorn's just burning bridges, just fucking, here's a match.
It's all fun. Come on. Stacy Brown and I go way back.
Oh, do you?
This is all just, this is fun stuff.
Do you? You guys just fucking bosom buddies? Fucking goddamn,
No,
let go of it, Alcorn.
All right, I'm done.
God.
I have a hard time letting go of things.
I asked a fucking question. Did the guy do a fucking YouTube video?
Yes.
Great.
Next topic.
I don't know what the next topic is. We need a new topic.
Well, I was on, talking about this cryptid investigation, and then you kind of interrupted it with Stacy Brown. So
what's going on? What's going on at this place?
I don't know. I haven't been there yet.
I thought you had like an overall.
I got an idea.
An idea?
An idea. How's that? Is that better?
A little better. There isn't an R in that fucking word.
I grew up in the country, Chris. So sometimes, that comes back out. Idea just happens to be one of those times. No, apparently they got these big creatures back in their woods, and I'm going to go look. They won't go out at night because it's like that scary. So.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't want you. So I want to, to prove them wrong. It's not so scary because Bigfoots are benevolent creatures, from what I've been told. But there might not even be a Bigfoot. It could be a dog man, for all I know.
Can we do like a Larry King interview?
Okay. Sure.
We'll set it up and we'll ask you questions after your Bigfoot excursion.
Well, I don't know that this is going to happen yet. It's just in the works. I just found out about it today, so we're going to try.
You just told me you were going to do it.
I didn't say I was going to do it. I said I might do it.
I think you should do it. But
I think I should too, if they'll allow me to.
I think you should go on a vision quest too.
Well, maybe I will at the same time. Maybe I'll just combine the two.
But you were totally out of doing the vision quest because you said you'd lose your girlfriend.
If drugs were involved, yes.
Well, that's the whole idea of a fucking vision quest, Steve.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
There's been vision quests without drugs.
No, not this type.
Assuming.
This is fucking Carlos Castaneda.
I don't even know who that is.
See? And when you're done, Steve, when you're done, you will.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Chris. Do you really want that? Or do I really want that?
Do I want your eyes open? I think I fucking might.
Yeah, but what happens to this show when my eyes become open?
It becomes a whole different show, Steve. Becomes a whole different show. We evolve, we grow like fucking humanity.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to evolve and grow. I fear change.
You're a fucking fear change hobbit.
But it's true. I fear change. I don't like changing. I like things to be the same.
You just want to sit in the Shire.
Like normalcy.
Drink your fucking
normalcy.
pints.
That's what I want. See, you're making references that I don't know what you're making references to. So to you, it's funny. because you know that I don't know, and I know that you know I don't know what you're talking about. And so it kind of becomes this like cycle, and it's a joke, and it's funny. If that makes sense.
Not when you explain it like that.
No, I think somebody will get it.
Steve's deconstruction of the show. Let's just break down the... Steve's like so uncomfortable tonight. He's just going to break down every wall. He's like, he's still hanging on to Stacey Brown. He's like, I know I saw that fucking post.
I can find it too.
See?
And I will.
See?
Oh, I remember it now. I think it was under Simon Hicks's Facebook page.
Oh,
fuck, I remember.
Dear God.
Simon, I know you don't listen to this show, but if you do, please help a brother out.
You who do not listen to this show, I'm talking to you.
It was on there. They were doing a roses are red, violets are blue thing, and Stacy's was roses are red, violets are blue, something, something, you're a fucking Jew. That is what he posted. Now, that's a racial slur, right?
I'm pretty sure you can call someone a Jew.
No, but the way it's said is a racial slur. Why would you even say that if it wasn't a racial slur? I mean, give me one good reason to say it if it's not a racial slur.
You're my buddy, and you're Jewish.
I don't think he was talking to his buddy who was Jewish.
No,
Simon
you
Hicks
just
isn't
told me.
Jewish,
No, you
for
just
sure.
told me to give you an instance where you could use the word.
Is that still a proper way to speak to somebody, though? Even if it's a joke?
Sure.
No. I don't agree.
Dude, if you're friends with somebody and there aren't any boundaries, then it doesn't fucking matter.
I don't know. I don't know if I buy that. I'm just saying, to me, I'm not going to go up to somebody and, hey, you fucking Jew, just because they're friends of mine and good friends and buddy, you know, that kind of thing. It's just not going to happen. For me.
You see, you don't understand like situational contextual comedy. You don't get it.
No, it's not comedy.
You don't get it. Like, for instance, I went down to visit my cousin down in New York. We went to a bar late at night. Fucking black guy sitting outside of the club having a cigarette.
Right.
And people are coming in and out. Greg and I stop out, talk to him. I'm sitting out there smoking a cigarette. People are coming in and out, and they like somebody blew the guy off. He's like, fucking people have been blowing me off out here all night. And my cousin looks at him and goes, well, you are fucking black. And we all laughed.
Sure.
Now, in another context, him saying, well, you're fucking black, could totally be a bad fucking thing. But in that context, we were all fucking drinking. We're all sitting around, we're shooting the shit. We didn't know this guy, even. Just fucking met him. But we just start fucking bullshitting and laughing.
Okay.
Over, you know, like I said, a situation that was in context was fucking funny. But to you, that's not possible because you can't do that.
No, I just don't think it's appropriate, I suppose. Maybe sometimes it's I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Make a joke about somebody's religion or skin color or whatever. I just can't do that.
Like, if somebody wants to make fun of me for fucking whatever, if we're all sitting around bullshitting and it's a fucking good time, I don't give a shit. Like, you know, make whatever joke you want about me, where I come from, fucking where
I don't have a problem with somebody doing it to me as much as
what
I would
believe
have a problem
in
with,
or lack thereof.
I mean, you guys do it to me all the fucking time, so it's okay. That's part of me. That's what.
And believe me,
okay
and
with
believe me, for the record, I'm not defending that motherfucker. Like I wouldn't defend
No,
him
I know you're not.
in an instant. I
in
think
the context. I
think you might be. I think it might be something that's being blown a little out of proportion.
No.
Because like I said, I don't advocate anything that the guy does.
Right, and I get that. Had you seen the post, it had not. There was no Jewish people there. Simon Hicks isn't Jewish. It was under his. I believe it was under Simon's. So, how is that an appropriate statement? Where does it come from? He's not joking around with a person who's Jewish. He's just making a public statement saying you're a fucking Jew or whatever it was. That's not right. Am I wrong?
I haven't seen the post, so I'm not going to make a judgment about it. I think now you're so wound up about it. You're like, you need to fucking know. See, I wish I could get you this wound up about like shit that we do for this show all the time.
Yeah, well.
And then I could get some like shit done because you'd be like doing actual investigation of like cryptids and ghosts and UFOs. And I'd be like, wow, Steve's like really into the show. How do I do that? How do I harness that power, Steve?
I wonder if Simon Hicks unfriended me. I can't find him.
See, you can't fucking let it go. How do I... Ladies and gentlemen, you need to help me find out how to harness the power of Steve Alcorn.
I don't even know how to harness that power. I mean, I don't think this is the right guy. This guy is
Nikolai Tesla couldn't
Russia.
figure out how to fucking harness that power.
I think I found the wrong Simon. He's from
It's not the little game with the fucking 4 colors, Steve.
He lives in Vagina. Seriously, this is what it says. Vagina, Kurganskaya Oblast, Russia. So he lives in Vagina. For real.
We all come from Vagina, Steve.
We might have to delete this show and start over, Chris.
No.
No?
Train wreck,
This is
whatever,
going out,
whatever it is, it fucking stays, Steve. How many shows have I thrown away?
This is going out over there.
How many fucking
1.
shows have I thrown away?
1.
Technically 2, because there was one I didn't record.
Well, if you didn't record it, how can you throw it away?
Well, because by not recording it, I threw it away. We fucking threw it away into the ether.
Well, it was. I guess you're right.
Yeah. You got any
I
new?
might have to go to my fake account and find him.
All right, let it go, Steve. Let it go.
I'm just saying.
You
in my opinion,
no. Wait. You gonna tell me I'm gonna get nailed by Disney now?
You might.
Fucking douche. You got any news?
I don't know. Yes.
You gotta get rid of all the other shit that you're trying to investigate to find Simon Hicks.
Simon is. Yeah, I like Simon. He's a good guy. But I think some people.
What the fuck does that have to do with the situation? Like, why did you have to say
because
that?
it was posted on his. It was posted on his post.
Oh, I like that guy. He's a nice guy.
Simon is a nice guy.
How is that relevant?
He may be a little,
no, how is that relevant to the whole fucking situation? Like, Steve's gonna take a moment to like fucking congratulate the guy. No, really, you're doing a good job. Everything. Keep up the good work, man. We're all counting on you. You like?
I like Simon. I can't help it. I mean, yeah.
Oh god.
He's like he goes way back to the old days, man. He was like one of the people who stuck around. Now he doesn't support people that I care for, but he stuck around anyway. So I like him.
All right. So
I like Jason Patterson too. He was pretty cool. I don't know whatever happened to him.
So news, Steve?
Oh, news. probably get nasty PMs and shit now. Oh, IFLscience.com. First ever repeated detection of a fast radio burst. We thought we were finally getting a basic understanding of fast radio bursts as rare and one-off events, and then Mother Nature decides to throw a curveball and hit us with the first repeating FRB. Repeating, Chris. That's pretty cool stuff. The source, FRB 121102, was discovered first in 2012. Last year, an international team of researchers used the, here we go, big words, RCBO. I know this one, and I can't remember how to pronounce it.
Are the aliens trying to contact us, Steve?
I think so. I think that's what this is going to turn out to be. This is like
a UFO, Steve?
This is disclosure. Yeah, slow and steady disclosure. But this is the first way they kind of ease us into it. That's probably what it is. Anyway, the Arecibo Observatory, I know I butchered that, but radio telescope, and they looked at the same region, and they were surprised to find 10 additional bursts. As cataclysmic events don't repeat themselves, the team now believes that these bursts were produced by highly magnetized extragalactic neutron stars. Nice.
Wow.
Or aliens.
I'm going with aliens on this one, Steve.
I think so, because isn't that what they're looking for? Radio bursts? I don't know. I don't know what an FRB is enough to know what it does, but apparently they thought at first it was like exploding stars and shit. So, but now they believe it's not. It's magnetism.
I'm going with aliens.
I think it's aliens.
Ancient aliens.
Ancient. Well, it would have to be because they're sending them over long distances, right?
Steve, the radio bursts are coming fast. It's got to be ancient aliens.
Alien. FRBs were only discovered about a decade ago, and there were only a handful of known examples. These phenomena are isolated and rare, making it very difficult for scientists to understand their causes. The emission regions are estimated to be just a few hundred kilometers across, and it is thought that these signals are from another galaxy. These two, I just like to say it that way because it sounds alien-y, or, Space Odyssey or something. I don't know. These, I just keep going.
Yeah. Sit in that one. No. Back up for a minute. Just fucking sit in that fucking pile of shit you just fucking laid.
I like the way it sounded when I said it, and it made it reminded me of like one of those old space documentaries. That's all.
Okay.
Anyway, so they found these things, and now they're repeating. So, pretty cool. Oh, remember the guy who they found on the ship this week? The German guy?
The mummified sailor?
Autopsied him? The mummified sailor, yes. Now, this is from the mirror.co.uk. Anyway, I guess, according to this website, they have a cause of death. I'm the captain now. I don't buy this story because you've seen the pictures, right? So, I'll just read the story. And the guy's name was Fritz. I like it. Manfred Fritz, actually.
Nice.
Bajorat. He was 59. He was found floating aboard his yacht off the coast of the Philippines. The sailor whose mummified body was found aboard a drifting yacht last week may have died only 7 days earlier. An autopsy report has revealed. That can't be. The fuck? The guy was like a mummy.
It's ancient aliens, Steve. It's back to ancient aliens.
I don't get it. Manfred Fritz Bajorat from Germany was discovered hunched over a table.
I think they should get you and I on ancient aliens. I can just sit there and say it's ancient aliens all day long.
I think I could too, if the money was right. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and lie unless I'm getting paid good money.
It's got to be ancient aliens, Steve. I'm telling you. That fucking guy is mummified in 7 days. Ancient aliens.
I mean, the pictures that he was definitely there more than 7 days. He had to have been. So why are they saying? Well, they're calling it a startling autopsy report, by the way.
Startling.
It says a startling autopsy report found that he actually died from a heart attack around a week ago.
And then spontaneously combusted into a mummy.
Well, maybe that's what happened, because it looks like he was there for a very long time. Manfred, they said Manfred's cause of death is acute myocardial infarction, heart attack, by the Regional Crime Laboratory. National Police spokesman Chief Superintendent Wilben Mayer said. Quoting a police statement, he added, the German national is estimated to have been dead for more or less 7 days. I just don't buy that. I mean, I just don't get it. How do you mummify in 7 days?
Ancient.
Is that possible?
Aliens.
Did you see all the pictures they found of his ex-wife?
I'd say Bigfoot, but it's on the water.
Loch Ness Monster? No, well, it's not in a loch. Sea serpent.
Could be a sea serpent, Steve.
Sea serpents.
Maybe it's like, maybe it was like a Medusa.
This one's written by George Knapp, by the way. This is from Las Vegas Now.
Oh.
Team Clinton. Clinton's aide seeks UFO files. Nice. Several U.S. presidents are on record talking about the UFO mystery. Former presidents Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan both saw UFOs, allegedly. But the current presidential campaign might be the first in which UFO championed by a major party candidate. During a recent campaign stop in Las Vegas, the campaign manager for Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton told Politics Now co-host Steve Sebelius that Clinton will try to get to the bottom of the UFO question. John Podesta has always been a strong advocate for declassification of government files in general and UFOs in particular. I think the American people can handle the truth about this, he said. As White House chief of staff of former President Bill Clinton, Podesta helped declassify hundreds of millions of documents. If there were UFO secrets being held somewhere, however, they have eluded even the president. Podesta returned to the White House as a special advisor to President Obama. On the day he left the job, he sent out a tweet saying his biggest disappointment was the failure to UFO files. These days, Podesta has the ear of another presidential candidate. I was doing so good. I was doing so good.
You were, Steve. Why don't you pat yourself on the back for a minute? Why don't you take a minute, take a drink?
I ran out. I ran out of drink.
Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself an attaboy, Steve.
I was drinking Kool-Aid, as a matter of fact.
Oh, yeah. I ran out.
No, not that
kind
of
like, that was almost Randy Macho Man.
Well, they did have a similar style.
Yes.
The Kool-Aid guy and Macho Man.
I agree.
I know Macho Man's dead now. Is the Kool-Aid guy dead too?
Is a fictional character dead? I'm not quite sure, Steve.
You were talking about a fictional character earlier in the show and saying he was going to kick my ass. So I'm allowed to ask if a fictional character is dead or not.
I still think you should let us make you Daredevil.
I don't want to be Daredevil. Anyway, Podesta's been
everybody
delusional.
Wants to be Daredevil, Steve. A blind guy that can kick ass? Come on.
See, I'm trying to read the news here, Chris.
I'm trying to make a point.
You're making it.
I was giving you a moment to catch your breath, figure shit out.
I got off the Stacey Brown shit. You can get off the Daredevil shit.
Right.
See how that works?
Carry on there, fucking you Mick West wannabe.
I'm done with the news. It's over.
It is?
Yeah, because Podesta's been doing this for years. It's no news. I like the guy, though. He's kind of like a Simon Hicks of the political world.
Okay.
Pretty cool guy.
I'm glad you're behind the Hillary Clinton campaign.
You know, you might not agree with his politics, which you do or not. I don't care. Or me. I don't know whether I agree with him or not. But he's not a bad guy.
So who are you voting for, Steve?
I'm not voting.
No. No voting.
No, they're all the same.
No voting, Steve.
No, here's why.
In this land of the free, home of the brave.
Yeah, politician just means liar. I mean, it's a nice fancy way of saying liar. So why the hell would I want to put a liar in charge of me?
Come on,
people are voting for fucking Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton.
Wait a minute. You just said you're not voting for a politician. So does that mean you're endorsing Donald Trump?
No.
Well, he's not a politician, Steve.
I can't figure out why people would vote for Donald Trump, first of all, and why people would vote for Hillary Clinton. I can't figure out either one of those, why people would vote for either one of those people.
Well, look at it this way, Steve.
Why?
Look at it this way. If Donald Trump gets elected to be president, we will have the first president with a cryptid on his head.
That's true. I voted for Bigfoot last time.
I'm sure you did. This has been...
I did. I have the ballot to prove it.
The clusterfuck that has been episode 105.
105 needs to go away. I'm just saying.
It's like the 13th floor. It doesn't exist.
Share. Do not like. Do not comment. Except Mary. Mary, I want to talk to you some more. We almost had a real conversation. Go ahead, finish the show.
Yeah. Go check out Dred Funn at dredfunn.com and youtube.com/Dred Funn. Go check out Matt's blog at bigfootcrossroads. We weren't graced by his presence this evening. He was too busy calling 1-900 numbers over and over again. He's still lost in the 90s of, spending all of his time listening to women on the other end of a telephone tell him naughty things.
If you call the 800 version of that number, you can halfway get off. Just saying.
Why'd you have to fucking bring the show down? Why? Why?
That's what I do, apparently.
Fucking asshole.